DeMarcus Ware was as dominant as they come when you talk about edge rushers, and the future Hall of Famer may not have to wait much longer to be inducted into Canton. Ware is entering his first year of Hall of Fame eligibility in 2022, and it is hard to argue why he should not be a first ballot inductee. 9 seasons for the Cowboys, 3 with the Broncos. Ware is 9th on the all-time sacks list with 138.5. Made 9 Pro Bowls and 4 times All-Pro, earning a place on the All-Decade team. It is a resume that is impressive, to say the least, and we have him joining us here on CBS Sports HQ. Super Bowl champion DeMarcus Ware here. And DeMarcus, really, when it comes to the conversation of Hall of Fame, it must be flattering to know that it's not about if, it's about when. But the when is kind of important, especially, you know, first ballot has a nice ring to it. What do you think about your chances then?
You know, the thing is, I feel like I put my resume in, but it's a challenge now to see if you get in. Just because your name's up there doesn't mean that, you know, you're going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer or you're going to get into the Hall of Fame, because there's so many great athletes. But being part of that and knowing that your resume fits with the straight hands and the Randy Whites, it's just amazing to be part of that.
Yeah, you know, when you go down in the record books and then when you have your Hall of Fame speech, it'll be in the likes of a Reggie White and a John Randall, and to your point, a Michael Strahan. What are you most proud of when people ask about your career?
I think just about how hard I worked and just the consistency. I always told, you know, a lot of the players, I put my head down at the plow at the beginning of the season and just push forward. And at the end of the season, I evaluate exactly, you know, how I played. And I was consistent every single year. And I went back and looked at, I mean, I was averaging almost 12 sacks a year for 12 years, which is an amazing thing. But it's just amazing to be just in this situation.
You know, your first year of eligibility in 2022 means you're not that far removed from the game, DeMarcus, but so much has changed on the field, rule changes, the way the game is played. How would you describe what you're seeing, maybe specifically this past season in the NFL?
I feel like they did the best they can do with COVID, but I always go back to the quarterback situation. My job was to get to the quarterback, and now the guys really can't even touch the quarterback without getting a flag. So I'm a little bit upset about that, but the game is still the game. It's still the NFL. The guys are still gladiators in the stadium, and they're having fun. And to see like a guy like Tom Brady leave from the Patriots, go to Tampa Bay, win the Super Bowl, it's just amazing to see how leaders can be leaders anywhere, and they can win a championship.
Is it hard to mentally change the fact of all these rule changes and things lead toward the offense? They lean toward the quarterback, and you mentioned it. Your job is to get to that guy, and it's been getting tougher every year.
Yeah, it's getting tougher every year. Quarterbacks are getting smarter. They're throwing the ball away. But I think one of the main things is safety. I like a lot of the safety implications that they put in, and it just gives the guys an opportunity to now have longer careers. I mean, I played for 12 years, which was a long time, but now I'm seeing guys at 15, 17. I think Brady's at like 19 years playing at the quarterback position. So safety has really been harped on, and some of these rules that they have really helped the players out a lot.
Let me ask you about a couple of your teams, and we'll start with the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott coming back, of course. What are your expectations of the Dallas team this year?
I think a total overhaul, especially with Dan Quinn. Last year, they went to a 3-4 type hybrid defense, but they didn't have the personnel. But now that personnel is there for that 4-3 Dan Quinn type defense. DeMarcus Lawrence is going to get back to where he needs to be. Randy Gregory is going to have he's had a full offseason now where he can get out there and play. They had a good draft class. So I can't wait to see them now stop the run consistently like they didn't do last year, but they'll be able to do this year. And then get to the quarterback like they used to and get on top of the NFC East.
Are you a believer in Dak Prescott?
I'm a believer. I think a guy, when when they get hurt, they come back. They're usually a lot better because they appreciate it a lot more. So I just can't. I'm ready to see him do that. You know, be the leader of the offense. You know, own that C that's on his chest, which is that captain's patch, and lead the team to the playoffs.
And of course, the expectations in Dallas are sky high. They saw the Washington football team emerge from that division that's very much up for grabs, DeMarcus. And let's talk about the other team, of course, that you won a Super Bowl ring with the Denver Broncos. What do you think about them? They're pretty much a trendy pick. They're one quarterback, of course, away. What do you think about them?
I think that they're going to be a sleeper team. Talking with Vaughn, I mean, he's going to be back. Bradley Chubb's going to be back. Their defense is going to be rocking. They have a consistent quarterback. I know they're looking for some other quarterbacks, but I think they're that sleeper team that a lot of people have really just, washed out and said, hey, they're Denver Broncos. They're not going to play well. But they're going to be a sleeper team coming up this next season.
Speaking of coming back from an injury, Von Miller coming back now from an injured 2020 season, only got that one game in. DeMarcus, what do you anticipate from your former teammate here?
After just talking with him last week, doing some training, he is like top notch and ready and focused for the season. I mean, even all the guys coming to his pass rush summit, they're ready and prepared, and I just can't wait to see how he's going to lead that defense. He got hurt last year, but now this is an opportunity for him, especially going into that 10, 11 year. When they say that, hey, he's going to have some type of plummet in his performance, I think that's going to be a change, and he's going to do what he needs to do.
Yep. We have Von Miller, of course, with Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb was hurt 2 years ago, so they got to get them both together on the field at the same time. Again, the Broncos are a dark horse team. Before we let you go, let us know what you're doing with Sleep Number.
You know what? We have a Sleep 30 challenge with the Sleep 360, Sleep Number 360 bed, and they're the leading. To me, I feel like this is like the best collaboration that the NFL has done, because recovery is everything for athletes. I mean, I've been in the fitness space for the last 5 years, being a fitness trainer, and now letting the athletes know their baseline when they sleep, how they're recovering, are they sleeping well, so now they can stay on the field a lot longer. And a guy like me that's retired, to just feel good in the morning. And just being part of something like this with all of the legends. I think there's over 2,000 legends that are doing this Sleep Number 30-day challenge. And this is an opportunity for us to shed some light on the world, the importance of recovery, sleep, and then feeling good the next day.
All right, DeMarcus Ware joining us here on CBS Sports HQ. DeMarcus, certainly appreciate the time. Stay safe, be well, and we'll talk soon down the road. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.